Hello, and welcome to the Enginerdy Show. Sorry I'm a little out of breath, but I ran on the whole way here.
What?
No,
Oh, I'd call
no,
that
I looked at my clock
random.
and it said 8:29, and I'm like,
You did that?
I made those noises. Yes,
So you
Whoa.
Fred Flintstone? Hey, hey, boo boo! I'm Fred Flintstone. It's
we got
weird.
some picnic baskets over there.
They're full of brontosaurus burgers.
Have I introduced y'all yet?
I don't know. I'm St. Jimmy.
I'm.
And
I
I am
think.
Mr. Pulled.
And
Did I
together
already
we
say
are.
that?
I don't know.
I don't know
You
either. I was out of breath.
introduced yourself as out of breath.
And I'm out of breath. I work.
Oh,
Work,
Work.
work.
work,
That over there. Get that one over there.
work.
Surrounded by hats.
Yep, you're the Hat Man. Hat Man.
Na 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 na
Hat
na na.
Man.
Hat
Hat
Man.
man. I took my little family Masters Ed and Charlie, and
Oh yeah. How'd that go?
it was really fun. It was my daughter's
Awesome.
birthday, and she wanted to go to a zoo.
Who's
Go
there?
to a zoo that we hadn't been to in a long time.
Oh yeah.
We went to the one in
Were there dinosaurs?
no
And
either.
oh,
Actually, there were avian dinosaurs.
chickens?
I didn't see. It's not the only kind of avian.
Bipolar bears?
I- no, we saw bears, but no polar bears or bears. There's some black
How about
bears.
dipolar? Black
Swimming
bears
in.
matter.
You get
Yes,
eaten by a polar bear, or does it make you dipolar?
Die.
we saw some giraffes.
Giraffes?
Oh, did
Lots
they
of fun.
stick their tongue out at you?
No, they were as far away
So
from
you went
us
to
in their enclosure as
Jurassic
they
Park
could get.
then?
Yes, it's Jurassic Park. There were two giraffes.
Two wild and crazy giraffes.
With they necking?
No, they were not touching
Usually
each
that's
other.
when it means they're fighting.
That's what it means in human
Oh, does it?
speech now.
Really?
Yeah.
Not familiar with that etymology. We study the
Metro?
metals.
You study trains?
What metal were you born under? Copper, nickel, Manel.
Cayman.
Oh, fancy, are
Oh,
we?
I
yeah.
prefer metrologer. Metrology.
High yield steel.
You would.
It's not a metal.
Ironwood?
Possibly. No, still not a metal.
Or non player character, like really badly.
No. Yeah, so we rolled for initiative. Oh, I thought it was silver. He
Higher
also,
silver.
he also made the mistake of when him and another player were face to face with, was it a full orc or half orc?
3/4.
That was that one was
With an orc, well, part of it's my fault because I reminded him in his backstory that an orc, a half orc, had trained him on how to use weapons for fighting because
interesting note.
he was a dwarf fighter,
Half orcs are a lot different than orcs.
and so, but I told him, but you're also very cranky and grumpy around people, like. So he tried to talk to the orc first, and it did not end well for him.
No, it
Uh-oh.
did not.
He was knocked unconscious.
That
Yes, he
can
was.
happen.
I think he did get one hit in before he went down, but
No, I think the hit he got in was a miss of a one.
oh right,
and he
that's
got
right.
his axe stuck in a
Oh
crate.
yes, I forgot. That's right. He did swing at it and stuck his axe in a crate, and then he got
Oops.
hammered.
So-
Gotcha.
Did your friends say they had fun?
Yeah, they really did have fun.
Oh, good.
Um,
So, like even their girlfriends were
yes,
having fun.
they did. They both said that they did enjoy it, even though they were kind of iffy about it at first. Oh, my one friend, the one that
Woofers?
yes, his character was raised by wolves, and so he decided character's name was Woof Woofers.
There's a lot of alliteration in people's names, I realize.
Woofers.
And
Woofy
because he couldn't remember
McWoofface.
his original elf name, so
Oh.
because he's he's 3/4 elf.
Oh.
But yeah, Woof Woofers. And so that became a running gag. We looted some goblin bodies that we'd killed, and they found a stick. And so from then on, we were talking about playing fetch with Woof. And so there was another funny part where he's like, "Oh wait, is it a full moon?" And we're all trying to be stealthy and quiet, and we're like, "No," because he's gonna howl at it. That was one of his flaws, is he always howls at the moon.
Nice.
And so DVD quickly did a moon check and found that it was not a full moon.
No.
So we were all like,
And then he mooned everyone.
No.
I also scared.
Here's a full moon for ya.
See,
I also scared him with one of my minor illusions. I was hoping I heard commotion going on behind this house that we were all trying to break into,
Mm-hmm.
and so I created a minor illusion of that sounded like a dragon was coming.
Whoa.
Nobody in the house heard it, just the people outside the house. His was it his fiance that rolled that she knew was an illusion, but he didn't,
yep.
and so yeah, it was pretty funny.
Percy Pumpkins.
Yeah. I thought my name for my character was, yeah, it was pretty funny.
Percy Pumpkins.
Yeah. I thought my name for my character was the best though. Dennis, clever name. And he's 37.
So
I'm not old.
I unveiled a new encounter sheet that I put together for that. It was nice. It kept track of initiative order and kept track of the bad guys and
Oh yeah,
players.
it was very nice.
So I was really tired on
Man.
Saturday. The next day,
Oh, I bet.
I was planning on going to work and I didn't, which is fine. But the thing is because I forced myself into my manic state, which I can do sometimes for the game.
Hmm.
Like I was all type A personality
The meth helps.
for 4 hours. It was difficult.
Well,
it's
and
difficult after the fact.
And we didn't start immediately either
No.
because one of the guys, his girlfriend, they hadn't finished making her character yet.
Oh.
But they had made,
She's still a zygote.
they had to make choices, like she'd already picked what weapons she wanted and that kind of stuff.
Oh.
So I went and helped her finish up her sheet real
She was a
quick.
druid.
We totally we gave her the book, the TVD's book of druid spells, but we totally forgot to tell her anything about the spells.
How they work.
So she didn't use spells the entire time.
I think she did use
Sometimes that's easier.
Like near the end, we did.
yeah, she
finally
used
realize,
what's the
oh
one
yeah,
with
you
the,
can use these.
the vines. What are they called?
Oh yeah, because
Thorn whip.
yeah. So at the very end, when we realized, oh, you could have been casting spells this whole time. Well, and she was the only one who didn't do a back story.
Hmm.
And so I was talking to
You have amnesia.
exactly. I was talking to her boyfriend at work yesterday or the day before.
Oh,
and he's-
Coltwood.
No, the other one. Oh
Th-
yeah,
Does
yeah.
she know he's talking to other
Coltwood.
men?
What? Anyway, he said, "Yeah, we're just gonna go with that." He.
Yeah, I don't know anyone's real names. All I know is
Okay.
their player names now.
Oh, good. So if you see him at work, you're like, "Hey, Wolfie."
Hey, woof woofers. No, but anyway, he said, "Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. She has amnesia." Know her backstory. I'm like, okay,
It works.
I don't remember who I am. I should go on an adventure.
but it is fun having a
Well,
backstory because DVD drew
my-
from my backstory to.
I did. I tied it in nicely. I thought
It was pretty awesome. So we're in this house, and we'd killed a bunch of bad guys, and there were some dead people there. And I go and he said, "You turn the body over." And he starts describing him. I'm like, oh, no way, that's my friend. He's the one who helped me escape from slavery. It was funny.
and now he's dead. And your
yeah.
son was looting him before.
Oh yeah, my son got there before me and had already stolen his sword, his silver-plated sword.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was plated.
Oh, silver, whatever.
It's silver.
Solid silver.
I don't know.
You could tell that DVD really wanted us to look around in the library because he had created all these
Well, it's
books.
towards the end, and I was like,
And even my friends at work pointed out he really wanted us to pick books off that shelf. I'm like, he did.
Well, I was putting on a good game, and sometimes you just gotta throw a reward to the DM.
Yeah.
I got a lot of laughs when your son picked the one that had like
Oh, was that good?
snarf tails or something.
Yeah.
And I said, if you want to know what any of the chapters are, or what the moral of that chapter is, let me know, and I'll tell you.
Yes.
It was fun.
Oh, we also got to explain to everyone what a trapper keeper was.
Oh yeah, no
Oh.
one knew what a trapper keeper.
Really?
Well, they're all young.
Oh,
They're
I
like,
guess that
The
makes sense.
babies.
They're little babies.
because my spell book is a trapper keeper.
So you have to let me know when they all want to get up together again. If it's in a
Sounds
few
like it
months or...
might be a while because Coltwood, the guy, he's pretty busy with work and vacations and stuff. So
Yeah, I figure this time of year is be difficult for that.
yeah, but they
But
definitely want to do it again.
I would like to get together with you two guys and force one of my kids to DM for us.
Oh,
We could do an Enginerdy show.
that'd be fun. Should we record it?
For our 300th episode, since nobody else
We
wants to
could.
participate.
Hmm.
We could maybe do that.
That'd be fun. We also need to watch another Stephen King movie.
Yes, we do.
If you're looking at ones that are on Amazon Prime,
Well,
Oh, actually, I
the
own that
next
one.
one's on
I guess it doesn't matter. I own the Pet Cemetery now.
So we're going back to the
Let
The
me go
Night
back
Flyer.
to Night Flyer.
Yeah, I checked it out, and the audio eventually, within a couple minutes, syncs up.
Oh, okay.
So we can watch that at my house.
All right, we'll just have to come up with a time.
Let's do it right now.
Uh,
Oh, guess
We're kind of
we've
busy or
gotten
something.
through 2/3 of our banter.
we're in the middle of a show right now.
Oh, but
I knew the banter would be long because I had to
D&D.
report on the D&D game.
Yeah.
I also served pumpkin pie that I
Whoa,
made
That was
myself.
good.
that's spectacular.
I decided I need to have people over more often so I can make pumpkin pie more often. Because if I
Oh.
make it without having people over, I end up just eating it all myself. And
If you
that's-
make it, I will come.
Oh, okay. That's not good for my
Waistline?
BMI.
Yeah. Body mass index.
Yeah,
Oh,
because then it just becomes a PMI.
TMI. Am I right?
yeah.
No, it becomes a PMI, pumpkin mass index.
What
Oh.
percentage of your mass is pumpkin?
He's got a high
Pumpkin ratio.
pumpkin blood
Pumpkin quotient.
pumpkin ratio. Yeah.
So I got a new phone today.
Why did you need a new phone?
Phone.
So we decided we
Phony.
needed my youngest son to get a phone again. He lost his about a year ago.
Oh,
Phony
And I
McPhonerson.
happened to mention to my wife that they had a buy one get one free of a specific type of cool advanced phone,
mm-hmm.
and she said that sounds cool. Let's maybe we should get it. So we got it.
Why don't
So-
you just inject them with like a tracker or something?
Which we kind of got that with our phones. We got these systems for our car, you
Uh-huh.
plug into the computer, and it not only can read all of your codes and stuff from your car. If
You
it has
can read the
problems,
codes for your kids.
It can keep track of trips and has trip reports where you can tell what the maximum speed is. You can set things so if you go over a certain speed, it sends you
Ah.
a text.
Can it alert you when your kids are doing donuts?
It could probably tell based on the RPM of the engine. Yeah,
Mm.
it's also got you can if your car does have problems, it connects you automatically to a mechanic that can help you figure out what's going on.
Is it a mechanic of your choice?
No, it's one that's on their system.
Oh,
so
okay.
they can actually the ones that it connects you to can actually pull up the information from your car
Oh, okay.
to look
cool.
at it. And it's got like 3 lockout, so year you can get for free, I think.
They'll unlock your car for you.
No, they call it tow
No,
truck.
that locks you in your
Oh.
car. I'm just kidding. Locks.
It keeps track of your mileage, how much gas you've used. It
Wow.
has some rewards that gives you, and it gives you the coupon reward type things based on your most common traveling locations. So if you're constantly
Oh.
going to one place, it might give you a coupon for something that you go to a lot.
Asian
Huh.
massage parlor.
Right. It's right next to the Verizon store.
Oh.
I should combine the two.
But was pretty
You
cool.
can get a massage while you're waiting for
And
them to fix your
my
phone.
house is now iPhone free. We were sitting in the store, and I was like, "And Tracy, you noticed I haven't been gloating at all?" She's like, "I can push you off that chair." I was like, "I was telling you how I wasn't gloating." She's like, "Sounds kind of like gloating." Her latest thing is she's disappointed that it seemed like every time they upgraded phone or the iPhone's software or whatever stuff that you had for free before was now you had to pay for it.
Hmm.
You don't have the subscription to stuff, and they want to charge you for the online storage. And
Well, then there's the whole thing with the Italian courts charging Samsung and Apple like I don't know if, what it was like 4 or 5 million pounds or euros, euros a piece for. They accused them of sending updates to phones that purposely slowed down older phones so that people would buy newer phones. And of course, they both denied that that's what they're
why
doing.
I'd never.
Well, preposterous.
So anyway, new phone's cool.
Cool.
What kind of phone is it?
It's a Pixel 3.
Google
Oh.
Pixel. I have Samsung
It's
phones
a
at my
Google
house.
phone. So we have
Was
two
that
of them.
Andy's?
We have three of them in our house now.
What was that? What was I going to say? Adam Sandberg movie.
Adam Sandler.
Sandler. I was like, I cannot remember this guy's
Click?
name. No, Pixel.
Pixel.
Was he in that?
Oh yeah, he was. I think.
Okay.
Right, and
Yeah.
had the Pac-Man.
I didn't see it,
The
but I know
Pac-Man?
he was in it.
There's Ghosts.
I have-
Pac-Man.
I guess we have two
No, they were the
Samsungs
Ghosts.
and an LG phone. I really like my LG G4. It's one I take to work because it doesn't have a camera.
Yeah,
I took the camera out.
We have
modify
two
my cameras.
Samsungs and a Moto.
Hello, Moto.
Hello, Moto. That's fun to say, even if I don't know anything about that phone. I don't know. It's very nice. I'm
Yes.
happy.
And now for something completely different.
Horticulture.
Get on with it.
You're a loony.
Okay. No, never mind.
I got better.
So 2 years ago, we talked about Halloween stories. So I won't do that again, even though I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll do that. But then I thought, well, maybe I should do a search for previous Enginerdy shows to see if I've already done this. And apparently I did it 2 years ago.
Oh.
So I wanted to talk about Monster.
Do the mash.
Like,
I have
the
a
monster
funny
mash.
monster-related thing I saw.
okay.
It was a picture of Vlad the Impaler, and it said Halloween yard decoration champion. And it had the years he was alive. He's
Nice.
Vlad the Impaler. Get it?
Yeah.
I think so.
He would actually have impaled people in his yard.
Okay. So it was what I thought it was.
Yes. Wow.
Okay.
Other people I told that found it way funnier than you did.
Apparently.
I thought it was funny. How about the person that hung themselves and everybody thought it was a dummy
Oh.
for days?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
That
That's the
was
wrong time of
a
year
few
to-
years
to do
ago.
that.
Yeah, hung himself from a tree in the front yard
So
around Halloween.
I wanted to find out
They
what
only
your
found
guys'
out when the delivery kids were hitting with a stick trying to get candy to go.
Oh. You should have worn that paper mache suit.
Oh, the guy went
Oh.
all out for Halloween, but he's not giving out candy.
Anyway, I wanted to find out what your guys' favorite monsters are,
Ooh.
which ones scare you the most, and which ones you
Oh.
think are most likely to become real or be real.
Sexy nurse for all of them.
Oh, which one scares you the
The
most?
monster?
I don't know. I was just
Oh.
thinking of things
Oh,
people
you're
dress
thinking
up
of things
as.
people dress up as.
Raggedy Ann and Andy. I can't take that. That's so scary.
Halloween. So we're talking like vampire, zombie.
Yeah,
Are you
like-
talking like particular ones
Frankenstein
from specific things, or
monster.
the general
It's up to you.
archetype?
werewolf,
Zombies?
wolfie.
Zombies is your favorite?
No,
Oh,
my favorite's probably.
What do you mean by favorite? I can't pick
think-
favorites.
oh yeah, I forgot
you know
that's
this?
that
I
I
about
think
you.
ghosts scare me the most.
Ghosts scare you the most?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of no
Well, like
ghost.
poltergeist things.
Oh.
He-
I've been
He-Man.
watching
Oh.
a scary show. We'll talk
What
about
show is that?
consumption,
Oh, okay.
I'd watched it last night before I went to bed, and
Okay, so maybe not the favorite, but
Well, like,
ones that you
are we
think are
talking about
scary.
movies, or if you encountered it in real life, or you want to
Either or both.
become, you would
How
want
about
to
all
hang
three?
out with
Mummy
All
seems really
four.
scary.
a vampire,
A
maybe?
mummy. Are you my mummy?
Yeah, that one. I don't.
I
So
guess.
vampires don't really scare me.
Yeah, they're not scary, but
Well,
Werewolves.
what kind of vampires? Are we talking the Twilight vampires or the
The sparkly
the
ones.
my favorite is
the
Underworld.
Yeah,
Bram
that's what I was thinking of.
Stoker vampire? Oh, I
It
saw
does
some of those movies with you guys, huh?
Yeah,
Underworld.
I have all of
I
them on.
don't remember much about
I
them.
own them all.
I believe it.
They can't go out in sunlight. They don't like
Oh, Frankenstein seems like a lot of other ones where you just
werewolves.
outrun them. Doesn't seem very agile.
I
Well,
think he was more agile
the
in the Mary Shelley book.
Probably.
yes, in the book, he was totally different than any conception you have from popular media. He was like extremely intelligent,
So kind of like the one from Penny Dreadful,
more hideous.
where he just in that.
Yes,
So that guy was just really pale.
but very intelligent. But
Or like at the end of Young Frankenstein.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
No.
It's the alien.
Yes.
No, it's the putting on the
You're
Ritz. That's
thinking
right.
of putting on the Ritz. No,
Put
I
it on
mean
the
after
Ritz.
they do the transference
Oh, yeah.
thing and he ends up with Bride of Frankenstein. Anyway.
maybe being attacked by a werewolf would be scary because then you turn into a werewolf.
That sounds cool though.
But you could
Once
hurt
you
your family.
no, once you figured out how to do it right, like you go out in the woods and you drag in a big circle like a chicken or something that it tastes good. So the entire night you're just running in circles chasing
Chicken scent.
chicken scent far enough away from anybody. And then you stage in the middle of your circle your
A
go bag.
chicken.
So you have clothes for when you leave.
Okay.
You've got this all planned
Well, it
out.
was based on a show that
Oh.
involved a werewolf, um,
What
what was it? A
show?
ghost and a vampire all
Oh.
cohabitating.
I think I tried watching
There's a
that
British
show.
version and an American version. I like both of them.
The Office.
It's called
I
Almost Human, I think.
think I
Oh.
saw maybe most of one episode while I was playing Minecraft and it didn't really catch my interest.
Oh, which one did you try watching?
I can't remember now.
I don't think I would want to become a ghost.
Well, zombies are kind of scary, I guess, depending on what kind.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a zombie.
As far as which one you would want to be,
I wouldn't want to hang out with one either.
I think werewolf's got to be the best one to be.
Okay.
Maybe.
Werebear.
There you go. Werebear.
I think the
You
thing
could
that
do the werebear stare.
oh,
Have to get a tattoo on your belly.
oh.
What if it's somebody's got a Care Bear tattoo on their stomach? How much you want to bet?
All right.
I think the one that's scariest for me
I
all
can't
growing
do
up
internet while we're.
was
I can do it on
like
tablet.
aliens.
Aliens. Aliens are a good
That
one.
was always super creepy for me. Especially when I kept having a recurring dream about aliens chasing
Yeah, that
me.
doesn't help. I'm trying to think of any monsters I've had in dreams. I can't think I usually have monsters in my dreams.
I don't yeah. I I think the last dream I had that had some kind of creature in it and I never saw what it was. But in the dream I was inside a house
What?
and it was dark. But there was this really bright light right outside.
Aliens.
And so I walked out the door and all of a sudden something jumped on my
Why?
shoulders. And I woke up like straight up in bed, like yelling, "Wah!"
I had that with where a dog was jumped on my chest like a big Rottweiler.
I had one where a dog bit my neck. You want to see it? I woke up. No, I'm just kidding.
St. Jimmy's dog bit my neck one time accidentally.
So did a horse.
Well, you put her toy up near it.
I know, but
Everything bites your neck.
so
Like I said, necking is attack.
I used to do this trick
Violence.
with her where I'd put a toy on my shoulder and she'd jump up and pull it off my shoulder. Well, I hadn't seen her for quite a few months, and I tried to see if let's see if she remembers the trick. Well, she jumped up all right, but she missed the toy and got my neck.
Well, I did train her to go for the jugular.
Yeah, she tore my jugular out.
Now
I'm
you're a
just kidding.
zombie.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not excited by zombies.
How about the ones that run, like in World War Z or whatever, or 30 Days Later?
What about the vampires in I Am Legend?
Those are the scariest thing.
Yeah,
I did not like that movie.
I did. It was pretty good.
In fact, me and our friend John were there at the movie watching it, and we
In
looked
the
at each
theater?
other partway through in the theater. We're like, why are we? Because neither one of us likes scary movies.
Yeah, so I
And the whole
was
part where he like is trapped in his trap upside down, I'm like, ah.
so one time I stayed the night at one of my brother-in-law's house, um, while my family stayed at some other relative's house that had cats. So I was protecting myself from cat allergies. Well, he's this guy that has like all these video games. He's got two huge screen TVs in his living room, and I
Right.
was sleeping in the living room on an air mattress. And so I decided, I was looking through his movies. Oh, I guess I'll watch this one. It's got Will Smith in it.
Was it that one?
Yeah. So I watched I Am Legend, and it was like, I think it got over around midnight, and then tried to go to sleep. And all I could hear was there was some grating out in the parking lot that people were driving over that made a sound similar to. I could not sleep.
Oh, I have that on DVD.
Oh.
We could get together and watch it.
That's like when my friend invited me over to his house to watch a movie, and I get there and we watch what movie was that? Something Horizon. It's like a science fiction horror movie. I can't think of what it's called now.
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon. Yes, that's the guy from Jurassic Park. Guy
Ian
looks
Malcolm.
the guy looks like a velociraptor. Raptor.
Oh, Dr.
Dr.
Grant.
Grant. Yeah, it was scary.
So I scoured the internet. There's lots of people with Care Bear tattoos, but it's just a tattoo like
Oh,
on
that's
their
lame.
arm
Come
of a
on, if
Care
you're gonna go,
Bear.
you gotta go all
But
out.
nobody has like a Care Bear symbol tattooed on their belly.
Oh,
You could be the first.
I don't like Care Bears that much.
Or maybe the only people that get those don't have access to put pictures on the
Are
internet.
too shamed to put it on the internet.
Yes.
Maybe you're just not searching for the proper terms.
One time
Maybe.
I had in-laws staying at my house,
Ew.
and I know,
That's scary too.
and we put them in the family room to sleep,
I always put mine
which
in the
was a
pit.
I
bad
would just spray
decision.
them with the hose till they went away.
It was a bad decision because they went to bed at like 8 or 9,
Oh
What?
yeah,
and that's where our TV was and our
Oh.
computer.
that's horrible.
And so I'm like, okay, well, well, they can sleep on the fold-out couch or whatever. I'm gonna use the computer and watch Walking Dead on it with headphones.
Okay.
This will be perfect. Well, their snoring sounded exactly like zombies, and so the whole sound.
Nice.
I was watching that show called Haunted. We'll talk about later,
Oh, okay.
and it had like this creepy part. And then I watched 2 episodes, and then went to bed. We were laying in bed. I was reading. I was trying to get. I bought a book a couple days ago. I was trying to read that to
Cleanse
get
your palate. I
to
get
get it
it.
out of my head.
Yes.
The novelization of The Grudge.
And my wife was in bed too. We're both laying there reading our books, whatever. And all of a sudden, there's this like something fell over on her side of the bed, and made a crash noise. She's like, I thought maybe she had done something. She's like, "What was that noise?" I was like, so I got out of bed and walked over there with my
Was
turned my
she
flashlight
messing
on
with
my
you?
phone. No, I don't think
Oh.
so.
It was a go.
I'm looking around. She's like, "Well, probably something just fell over." I was like, "But just right now." She's like, "Well, gravity's a weird thing. Sometimes it takes a while to pull." So I'm like grabbing stuff and pushing in other state things. If I can see me, I can recreate the noise. I couldn't.
It was a poltergeist.
And then I laid down. I was reading. That's fine. Okay, I get sleepy. Okay, set my phone down. I can flip it off to sleep. Realize I need to plug it in. Otherwise, it's not gonna have enough juice to make it through the night.
You reached for the plug and you felt a
No,
cold,
but
clammy
it
hand.
opened. It woke me up just enough, and then as I plugged it in, I reached up, turn off my side lamp, and then realized I was staring at the open door to our our closet, which based on some of the things I was watching, I was like, and I was awake enough at that point. My imagination starts going again.
Uh huh.
Like my
Oh,
least
man.
favorite thing, worse than any monster, is with my back to an empty basement up the stairs.
Wow.
Maybe I just don't have a great imagination.
Maybe that's what this because I have way too much imagination.
Because I'll
That's
watch a
gotten-
scary movie and be like, okay, going to bed.
I mean, I guess it doesn't affect
And
me
you
as much
hope
as it
you dream
used
of
to.
zombies.
That's true. I am trying to get zombie dreams because those are the best. You can shoot them.
You can shoot everything in your dream if you want.
I know, but you can't shoot people in real life very
What?
often.
What? Weird.
Hmm.
I don't
So,
know,
which
yeah,
ones do you
it's
think
crazy.
would be most likely to be extant? Actual.
Zombies.
Nope, I don't think zombies. I think
Bigfoot.
yes,
Is that a Halloween monster?
it could be. I
Okay.
watched a scary movie
Sure.
with one in it.
What was it called?
Abominable.
Oh.
It's gonna. I'm talking about it tonight.
I'm just saying that because I don't think any other ones are plausible. Even aliens, space is so huge, and I just don't think. I think there's probably aliens out there, but I don't think they'll ever come here.
Yeah. I mean, we have like who would want to visit here?
What's wrong with Alabama?
Nothing. I'm
We
just.
may have listeners from Alabama.
I doubt it.
Mississippi.
Oh.
I can understand that.
Fresno.
That's no right in the name.
Fresno.
Uh,
Um,
vampires are right out.
Yeah.
demons are scary.
Gonna have.
Demons and ghosts, because ghosts, I don't know. Ghosts would probably startle me and stuff, but I don't think it would hurt me.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about demons.
That's the problem. We don't think it'll hurt you.
That's got to be
No.
the worst one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Demons. Possession. Poltergeist esque.
But it's
things.
9/10 of the law.
That's true.
you should watch this haunted show. It's
I'll
Have you
try it.
watched?
Just
that helps.
just a little bit that's been on when my wife.
So that helps
it.
desensitize me and allow me to watch more scarier movies.
Oh, okay.
But still, this haunted one is
Haunting.
Which is code for St. Jimmy that it's scary
Right.
for everyone else.
The second one was like, I don't understand. This is haunting, and it's talking about this kids that basically their dad and mom were serial killers, would lure people to the house and kill them while the
Okay.
kids were there. Even
I could see that.
and it takes a bad turn towards the end. It's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. It was the Spanish Inquisition, in case you're wondering,
well,
because
no one
nobody
expects-
expects the
yeah.
Spanish Inquisition.
I guess a serial killer would be scary because
Yeah,
that's
like
an actual
Jason.
thing.
You just look like everyone else.
Oh,
What are you supposed to be, serial killer?
That's creepy. It's like my engineer costume.
That's what you wear all the time. I know. We look like everyone else.
I might go stereotypical nerd for Halloween this year. Bring my pocket protector home. Get some pants that are too short. Tape my glasses.
Sure.
Have a white collared shirt that's misbuttoned. Like one's higher than the other. I don't know. It'd be funny.
Sure.
do it.
Or I could dress as an engineer and go to work with my red Scotty costume.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
I've never
year?
taken it to work.
Oh, okay.
I take it to the trunk or treat usually.
Oh, all right. Anyway, I'm interested in monsters, but I figured it's Halloween.
I like
is right around the corner.
So for our
movies.
time book at work, we have to put a check mark when we've had the time book that day.
Mhm.
So instead of a check mark, I've been drawing Halloween related.
Oh, that's cool.
So I ran out of ones, and my friend suggested a witch. I haven't thought about a witch yet.
Then you can draw a
It's a really
bridge.
small box, so it's hard to get one. That
Yeah, we
looks-
have a book where everybody puts the time they come in and the time they leave.
Oh, okay.
I just check mark it because they told us that if we're working a normal schedule, we don't need to do that. I'm the
Oh.
only one that does that only believes a check mark though. So I'm like,
And no one complained, right?
nope.
I just put my time in an Excel spreadsheet that's shared with
Yeah, some people
everyone
have
in my
that.
office.
Oh, we
It's
have
really easy.
some kind of program, intranet program. That
Every
we
place I worked
put
before this,
in.
other than UPS, where I had a time card and a clock,
Yeah,
there was timekeeping software. You would just go into the software yourself and enter your time in
I think this is so
and put a justification of what you're
people.
doing.
This is so they know if you're in the office or not.
Oh,
Emergency, you need to
I sure they're going to
evacuate or
crack down
something.
and require
Mm.
everyone to actually sign saying that those were the times they were there.
Well, I've coming.
Yes. Supposed to be here already.
Well,
So, but yeah, I think it'd be more efficient if everyone just went into time in there and then someone could just check it. And, okay, that's good. And then certify it. It
Isn't
works
that how
everywhere else in the
isn't
world.
that how it works?
No, you enter it in a book or an Excel spreadsheet,
and
and then
somebody
someone
else
transfers that into the actual
put type
timekeeping.
put
Oh, ours goes like directly to the person that actually pays everyone.
I guess have special software that does it.
Yeah,
I loaned over to your group.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's nice.
It was nice.
Very nice.
Yes. Everyone else is
And
still back in the 50s.
and that's nerdiculture.
Okay, for Technerdy, we're going to talk about a video game that's coming out that has an interesting feature.
Oh yeah,
I know DVD and I played Red Dead Redemption.
I love it.
I've heard of it.
Well,
The
the
only bad thing is one of the
sequel,
cutscenes
uh,
when you're cutting an animal, or you can like take the hide off an animal.
yeah,
It has like a cutscene that's like
you-
it was like 30 seconds.
yeah. Well, how long does it really take to skin a bear?
A long time.
I know. So
It also says
Okay.
like picking flowers. You can pick different flowers and herbs and stuff. There's like an animation of you doing it. You can't skip it. If you can just skip it,
yeah,
'cause it's fun to watch a couple times, but then you want to just skip it. And
right.
move on. Get on with it.
I don't know how they're
So
And
done.
you
you're
ride a
like
horse.
out in the southwestern United States.
You're a
You
gunslinger.
can ride around to different towns or farms and
You
do
got a horse?
missions. You can get a horse,
In
yeah.
certain areas, I got attacked on my
Zebra?
horse, and the horse got killed by a bear, and then two bears for half an hour. People had been riding this horse for a long time. That was awesome. I liked it. It was really cool. And then I accidentally ran it off a cliff.
Oops.
It died.
You accidentally? You didn't know the cliff was there.
So it's
Right.
kind of like
You also get
Grand
attacked by
Theft Auto,
both the same
Western?
people. Western. Yeah.
but a western, and you're not like a bad guy. You can do.
What's his name?
Carjack people on your horse?
You get horse thief
You
people.
can,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So you basically go do missions, and there's a storyline and missions, and go hunting.
It's really fun. I've got it. We could play it sometime.
So the sequel's coming out, the long anticipated Red Dead Redemption 2. So Red Dead Redemption was the sequel to Red Dead Revolver, but now the sequel to the sequel is called Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, the head of the of
That'd be
Rockstar is
like-
actually getting like a lot of people are mad at him right now because apparently it got out that a lot of developers are working 100-hour work weeks to get it done.
Okay.
He's like,
We
they get
pay
paid really
them.
well.
So it'd be like if you had Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and then Empire Strikes Back 2.
Yes.
Right.
That
Okay.
is what it's
That's
like.
exactly. Well, it's like Grand Theft Auto. The original Grand Theft Auto was like a top down. You could just see like little guys running around. It was nothing like the.
Oh,
Yeah. So Red Dead Redemption was a big jump forward gameplay wise from Red Dead Revolver. But
Hmm.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be more similar to Red Dead Redemption.
got
So
it.
it didn't warrant a whole new
Does it
generation
follow
or something.
Marston's son or something?
I'm not sure. This isn't actually about the game. It's more about the companion app that you can get with the game.
It was on your phone.
You can download it to your phone or a tablet,
Uh huh.
and then
Tablet means giant phone.
Yes.
yeah, like my giant phone here. Um, so what it can do is you can, instead of having like to pause the game to look at the map to set waypoints, you can do it on your mobile device.
Oh.
What?
So you can sitting up so you can look at it, you can just like waypoint and you on the screen which way to go.
That's cool.
Um,
It's
pretty
alive.
much all of the light stuff, like your guy's health,
That's for
you
you
know,
since you just watched it.
weapons, ammo, stuff like that. You could move it from the screen to your device in
Hmm.
case you don't want it blocking part of your view.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
That's so
know.
cool.
I mean, it might be harder to keep track of your health if it's not on the screen, if it's at another screen you have to look at, but
They
you
should
could probably get a setup where
they
you
should have
could
it so
see
you
it.
can take a selfie and it takes a picture like you're the main character.
Can you do something similar?
Yeah, Tiger
Probably.
Woods, you could take a picture of yourself and it would map it onto the
Oh, right, right.
character's face.
I was thinking just as in the
And
game.
it would look like someone's wearing your face, like
Like a
peeled your
mask.
skin off.
or like that clip from The Office where they're learning how to do CPR.
I don't think I've seen that.
I'll show you. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Well, in Ready Player One, they certain you had like a thing that scanned your face so your
Right.
character would reflect your
Mm.
facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
It also has like the game manual on it and other stuff. So I expect this to become pretty common for big
Yeah,
games like
you're right.
this.
Just makes
And
sense.
this is the type of thing that Rockstar does. Like they're always innovating new gameplay devices that then go mainstream. Like
Even if you don't like Grand Theft Auto or games like that, they really push the envelope when it
yeah,
comes to advanced
well they were like
technology.
Grand Theft Auto 4 was innovative because it had a cell phone
Right.
and you would go to like missions, you would go in the cell phone and like call a contact and he would tell you the mission over the phone, so you didn't have to like drive across town to where the guy
Right. And
hangs
use your
out.
phone for like the sometimes you could use it for the map and things.
Yeah, yep. So I thought that was pretty cool. It hopefully will be a fun game.
I'm sure it'll be good.
Someday when I get a PS4 I will probably get that game,
Awesome.
and then I will be a guy on a buffalo. Hopefully you can ride a
That would
buffalo
be
in
an
it.
awesome on, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, they've already announced some of their content, but that'd be cool if they made a guy on a buffalo
That'd be good.
DLC.
I'd do that one.
Yeah,
So
and that's Technergy.
excellent. So the year 2004 was a sad day for the automotive industry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
End
okay.
of that
Sorry.
year. Was a
Oh, it's
full
like,
time for the automotive industry, and that was the last of the Toyota Supra,
Oh,
which is a Toyota rear-wheel speed transmission, powerful sports car.
okay.
right.
Well,
Right.
our wait is over. 2019. It sounds like there's going to be a revival of the Toyota
Oh,
Supra.
cool. Do you have specs?
Click on this, and there's
Unfortunately, it's going to drive like
cool
a PT
pictures.
Cruiser. Just kidding.
Now the pictures are funny because they're camouflaged pictures, so they
Oh,
keeps you back what the car looks like.
yeah.
You can see the car has just got a funny pattern over it. Make out
Mhm.
You
kind
can't
of
like
other
mentions or
I think it's
anything.
got
Right.
dazzle camouflage.
kind of like a zebra
Yeah.
or a jackalope.
Or how they used to paint. And yeah.
We're streaming, so the internet is extremely
Oh.
slow.
It's
bring up-
extreme because
Yep.
we're streaming
Yep.
to the Vandal.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's
one of the. There you go.
Ah,
That's-
there-
Isn't that fun?
yeah.
It looks like a University of Maryland football helmet.
Or someone went crazy with. Oh,
So right now the rear-wheel drive 6-speed transmission car called the Toyota 86, which is a callback to an old 80s Toyota, I think. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I love Scions and reabsorb Scion, and I think it's bringing a lot of excitement
boy.
back to the brand.
Clicked on something.
Yeah, you did.
Ah.
Click on the next arrow or not.
Oh, is that how that worked? I was just trying to scroll down.
You end up clicking on one of the things down there.
Okay, it's not working. Tab.
Now,
Ah,
No, we won't
Anyways,
be able to see the
as a
notes.
Toyota fan and a Supra fan, I think this is going to be awesome, and I hope
There we
it.
go.
I guess they've had close calls where they thought it was going to be released, and then it was delayed or canceled.
They should have a Subaru called the Subra.
It's it's got black stripes, black with white stripes.
That works too.
That's funny.
I was just thinking instead of Supra,
Oh,
Subra.
so
I can't say
Subara.
Subra without making a Z sound.
my next news
Zubra.
story, there's a news story that had it's basically an article about Elon Musk and why he doesn't seem to care what he posts or says.
Mm-hmm.
He just seems to say what's on his mind.
You were always on my mind.
It
That
was a
seems
funny
like
one.
a popular thing these days.
Maybe he's run for president.
One time on April Fool's Day, he said that Tesla was going bankrupt and like really bankrupt.
Extra bankrupt.
Investors didn't find that amusing, apparently.
I bet.
No,
Um,
And that day he bought a bunch of stock because it was really cheap.
that's probably a good idea.
it's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he's got.
In trouble with the
I found out from what he was disappointed that Ford was blocking it because I guess they had some kind of patent on vehicles,
with
whatever.
the name E.
I thought it was because he wanted the first four models of Tesla, if you put all their number letters together, to spell sexy. They already had the Model S, and
They
they
had
wanted
the
the Model
X.
E.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess I have to change it to Saxy.
Sexy.
Well, if you use my oldest son's nickname, then my kid's initials are X, E, and S.
What?
That was totally unplanned. That's
also-
right. I have sexy children.
It also seems like he just trolls people with some of the stuff he does. Like the Boeing company came out with a flamethrower you could buy, which
Doesn't
was
sound boring.
it doesn't. One time during an interview with like Wall Street Journal and journalists, he said, "These are boring, bonehead questions. Questions are not cool. These questions are so dry, they're killing me." So then he and the I guess one of the people that was the guy the investors also didn't like that.
Yeah, I bet.
Trying to find the really funny one. One he said, "At least when there's an evil dictator, or when there's an evil dictator, that human is going to die. But for an AI, there will be no death. It would live forever. And they need to have an immortal dictator from which we never escape," which is funny.
Until it happened to you.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And
Dictators are so hilarious.
I bet AIs find that
Oh.
hilarious.
In one interview, he told reporters that he thinks public transport is painful. He said, "It sucks. Why do you want to get on something with a lot of other people that doesn't leave where you want it to leave, doesn't start where you want it to start, and doesn't end where you want it to end?" Well, the public transit consultant or a public transit consultant responded to the tweet and saying that he had a hatred for sharing spaces with strangers. It is a luxury or pathology that only the rich can afford. And his response was, "You're an idiot." That's all I responded to his tweet.
I
Anyway.
feel that way every time I read a tweet in the news article.
Let's just have that copied or on your clipboard, so you just paste it every time someone tweets at you. Yeah, you're an idiot. Anyway,
And that's
we all know I like
news.
Elon Musk, so
We do know that.
and that's the news.
All right, let's do some consumption.
I have a weird collection of things I watched.
Oh,
Yeah, I see that.
mine has a theme.
I noticed.
Mine does too, kind of.
So I'll start with some regular ones. So I watched. I started watching the Monty Python Flying Circus. Got through a couple episodes.
Yeah, I watched 1.5.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like the joke, weaponized joke.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I liked when the Germans were trying to come up with their own
Yeah.
Yes.
joke. That's good. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
I watched the Phantom Menace and the Attack of
Attack
the
of the
Clones. I always
Clones.
forget the name of that one. I words, but I know that's the cartoon.
Da, da, da.
I watched them with my daughter, my
Your
youngest daughter.
sister.
No, my daughter. um, Jar Jar
There is
Binks is
another.
still annoying.
Even if you pretend he's a Sith Lord,
Even I tried, and it's still annoying. I was just thinking the whole time it would be so easy to just take him completely out of the film.
people have done that.
Yeah.
There's
Good.
versions of it without him in
I
it.
think I might enjoy those versions.
I think also I've heard if you watch like the South American version, he has a very deep, sultry voice.
when he was in Chile, and he said he wasn't annoyed by Jar Jar until he saw him in English with that outrageous accent. Oh, anyway,
I think people
and
were bugged by all the accents in that movie.
yes, there are some very funky accents.
Well, they're from different planets.
Yeah, but they're all speaking English, so you can have if you're gonna do that.
No accents.
They're aliens.
Of course, they're gonna have a accent.
I think one thing that makes it better in the Clone Wars is the accents were mysteriously gone.
The
Mostly.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, the
Oh, the
cartoon.
cartoon.
Yes.
Oh, anyway,
Star Wars tangent.
I watched a movie
What?
called Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk.
Why didn't someone
What?
just make a version where they dub over Jar Jar's voice and see if that helps?
That'd be good.
I saw somebody that re-edited the last Jedi movie.
Oh, we're still on that.
Sorry.
It is way better.
Okay.
Say,
Anyway,
Go ahead, Billy Lynn.
this
what
movie
is?
you probably haven't heard of it because
No.
I hadn't.
Is he a country singer?
No, this has
Football
to
player.
do with a soldier who's
They have halftime in wars.
no. They are back in
End of the
States
quarter, switch sides.
between tours, and they have been invited to participate in a halftime show with
Oh,
Destiny's
gotcha.
Child,
Oh.
and hijinks ensue. No, just kidding. It's a serious
I
movie.
was gonna say.
It's got Vin Diesel in it.
Oh.
It's got Steve Martin in it.
Interesting duo.
Really?
And he plays a very serious role.
Hmm.
Like I don't
He's a
think
good
I've
actor.
I don't think I've seen any movies that was not at least slightly comedic for him. But he played a very serious role in this. Even Richard Sherman was in it
Hmm.
as one of the football players.
Oh, I thought maybe
Right.
there was like a kids' party and there was a clown there.
Dude, Richard Sherman is awesome. I don't know what your problem is.
Sherman the clown. Don't mess around. Sherman, don't play that. I'm sorry.
Do you want to punch him?
I'm gonna remain
Who's your
neutral.
favorite football player? I want to diss him.
Uh, Aaron Rodgers.
Whatever. Okay, anyway, it's about soldiers, so there's language. So if you
But is accented.
Ho ho ho.
actually the main character
Let's play
is-
football.
the main actor is British, but he is
Uh.
doing an American like a Texas accent. And
How
he
does he do
did it
that?
so well that even Steve Martin didn't know he was British.
It's like watching the extras on like Battlestar Galactica. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah.
If you can speak properly, why don't you just do it all this time?
So it was pretty interesting.
I'm just trying to offend everyone today. I've hit iPhone. I've hit Richard Sherman. I've hit British accents.
And then I watched a show called Game Night.
Hmm.
This one also has a lot of language in it.
I think I remember seeing something about this one.
It's basically about a group of friends that are doing this game night that is like a mystery thing
Like
where
Clue.
they have somebody show up and kidnap one of them, and then they have to go and try to figure out clues to
Oh.
find them.
Hijinks ensue.
Yeah, I think I've heard
But
tale
they
of this.
actually get kidnapped, and they don't.
It's one of
Yeah,
those.
so it's
Like the man who knew too little.
it's kind of a farce. There's
Does a man with certain skills show up?
Certain set of skills.
Certain set of skills?
no.
That's too bad.
It stars Jason Bateman,
Oh, okay.
and
I like him. He's
I
good.
didn't recognize the main actress. I'm trying to think of any other famous people in the movie. I can't really.
Billy Bob Thornton.
No. I think he was the only
Bobby
name I
Brown.
recognized that I. But it seems like there was another one.
Ben Savage.
No, I think it was just him. Anyway, it's. Oh, I know. I don't know the actor's name, but he. The only other thing I've seen him in, he also played a very creepy role. Do you remember that episode of Black Mirror where they have that guy that has that space fantasy thing going on where he like downloads people into the game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yep.
That guy, the really creepy guy that like is in charge of that game,
Yeah.
he's in this movie.
I don't remember who that was.
He looks very similar to Matt Damon.
Jesse
Matt Damon.
Yes, Jesse something.
Lemons.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Anyway, he kind of plays pretty creepy in this movie too.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Legend.
Is that
Have
the one that
you-
has like a red demon or something with the horns cut off? And
Yeah,
they,
no,
like,
the horns are not cut off. You're
Tom
thinking
Cruise?
of Hellboy.
is Tom Cruise in it?
Tom Cruise is in it.
Oh,
I
I've
saw
seen
it
this
on
on
Netflix.
Tim
Netflix.
Curry.
Tim Curry's in it.
He's the demon.
Oh, that
This is
sounds.
1985.
Yes. It came out before Top Gun.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, how do I not know of this movie or remember it?
It's
Have I
v-
seen it? Do you
Oh,
think?
and Robert Picardo's in it.
There's a unicorn.
Yes,
Do
there's
you think
two
I've
of them.
seen it?
I don't know. I had never seen it before, but my wife had seen
Okay,
it.
I'll have to try it out.
But we watched it, and it was like very odd movie. It almost had a similar feel, but not quite as muppety as Labyrinth.
Okay. Was David Bowie in it?
No,
Oh, that's too bad. He makes everything better.
but they're like, um, they never called them dwarves, but maybe no.
Oompa
I
Loompas?
Munchkins.
don't know if they were really dwarves. They were more like
Lollipop Guild.
no, but they they had this guy that they called an elf that was had pointy ears, but he was very small in stature.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to think of what gnome. Maybe they're gnomes, but they
Gnomes
never
are
said
really
what they
small.
were. Well, these were
They were large gnomes. The largest gnome.
Come see the world's largest midget.
anyway, and Tom Cruise is in it,
The first stripeless zebra.
and the gal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
The bearded man.
No.
What?
Not the sister, but the
The dad?
girl.
Oh.
Oh, what is her name?
Julia Louise Dreyfus.
No.
Mia Sarah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Is that her?
Who? Is that Michael
Yes.
Cera's sister?
No, it's spelled different.
Oh.
Anyway, it's very surreal.
Yeah, she's from Ferris Bueller's
It's
Day
not
Off.
not a comedy. Point to say, show me the unicorn repeatedly.
No. Anyway, that's the stuff I watched.
Okay. Interesting.
I watched all horror movies. And
I noticed.
We finished the second season of iZombie.
Zombie.
About
Is that
this-
the girl that
She's
solves
a
crime?
medical examiner, but
I-
she's a zombie.
I was never able to get
and
into that
she
show.
has to.
I think I tried 15 minutes of it.
She has to eat brains, or else she'll turn into like a mindless zombie. So she eats the brains of murder victims that come to the medical
then she
examiner
gets
office,
clues.
and she can have visions
So it's like
from
Psych.
them. Yeah. Well, except
No.
it's more like
Wait, he's not psychic in that?
no, he's not really psychic.
What?
But she helps this cop solve murders.
Is it her dad? I'm totally trying to
And-
make it like psych.
No,
Does her friend sell?
No,
Cosmetic
it's nothing
drugs.
like Psych.
but yeah, there's lots of zombies in it that she's has to interact with and stuff. So
That's
Is
probably
it-
why I didn't.
second
Then,
season was pretty good.
What was the other one with what's her name in it? Santa Clarita Diet. You seen that one yet?
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh, that one's really good. It's like
It's
zombie
interesting.
movies.
So it's kind of like almost like a police procedural type
Right,
thing,
with
but
a
it's
zombie.
got zombies in it.
They should do it with vampires. Oh, they already have.
We watched a Netflix movie called Hold the Dark. It's about this guy who wrote a book about hunting a wolf. He gets asked to come to this small town in Alaska by this woman whose son, she thinks
Oh, I
he's
saw previews
been
of this. Yeah.
taken and killed by wolves, and other kids have too. The It was really weird. You never get an explanation for why people are doing things that are doing, and none of it made any sense.
Hmm.
So
Oh,
I
good.
don't recommend it.
That could be bad editing.
The best part was there was a guy, like, this entire police force, there must have been like a dozen people come to like talk to this guy, and he ends up having like a machine gun mounted in the top of his house, and there's this long sequence of this big gun battle.
What?
It had
Okay, I think you kind of just explained what you were trying to say.
it didn't make sense. There was no reason why they went there or why any of that happened. It was like a lot of weird stuff. I
Okay.
didn't get it.
All right.
The scariest one I watched was called The Money Pit.
Isn't that the one with like
It's
Ice
got
T or Ice Cube?
No, it's Tom Hanks.
Oh, the
Oh.
guy from Bosom Buddies.
Yeah. He and his
Oh, that guy.
girlfriend have to leave their apartment in New York,
Oh yeah.
and so they borrow a bunch of money and buy this house, and it's like this huge $1 million house, and it's beautiful, and they get it for like $200,000 because the lady is desperate to sell it. Well, as soon as they move in, everything falls apart. The staircase falls apart, like the bathtub falls through the floor into the
Didn't they make one of these with Ice Cube? I swear they did.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is the only one I've seen.
Is that an old one?
It's older, yeah. But so they have to see if their relationship can survive this renovation of the house that's costing them a lot of money, and they're having to pull in favors to
And their
get
relationship.
cash. And yeah, it's pretty good. A lot of funny parts. So Tom Hanks was really good in it. And while we were down visiting Master Zed, we watched a movie called Murder Party. And it's kind of an absurd horror comedy. It's this guy just finds this invitation blowing down the sidewalk to a party on Halloween, and it says it's a murder party. And so he makes this costume and shows up at this warehouse, and they're like, whoa, I can't believe someone actually came. And they tie him up, and they're trying to decide how to murder him,
Oh,
and antics ensue.
There was an Ice Cube movie called Are We Done Yet? Where they buy a house out in the country that immediately starts falling apart.
Oh, never heard of it.
I've seen
So, Murder Party, I liked it, but it is really weird. It's
Alright.
it's just absurd, like everything that happens. So I liked it. You might like it.
Okay, I'll might give it a shot.
I don't know if your wives would like it.
Does
But-
your wife like it?
She thought it was weird.
Oh,
But my wife did sit down and watch some Monty Python with me and laughed. Which
So
was weird.
maybe.
That was weird. That was weird. All right, so the first one I watched was this movie called Abominable.
This is the Yeti one.
It's more like Bigfoot, but it kind of explained as like not Bigfoot because it's way more violent and just like psychotic Bigfoot would be.
Oh, because everyone knows Bigfoot's a
There's-
gentle
there's a-
soul.
Right. Well,
he
yeah.
wasn't Harry and the Hendersons.
That
Um,
Bigfoot had Down syndrome.
Oh,
Just kidding.
there-
Why do you think they pushed him out in front of the car?
They
That's-
pushed- Okay. Anyway, I did not really like the monster makeup costume.
Okay.
I didn't like it that much. But the main story is that there's a guy that his wife and him are climbing on a mountain peak called Suicide Mountain, I think. and their rope breaks or something, and his wife falls 1,000 feet toward death. And he falls too, but he gets lucky and bounces off something and lands on a crevasse, breaks his back. So he's in a wheelchair through the whole movie.
Ooh, lucky.
And he goes up to the cabin they used to own near here, and he's stuck in this wheelchair with, I think it was like he was like a nurse to help him or something. This guy, but it's almost seemed like it was for psychological reasons. They're trying to try to figure out because he's having difficulty with his wife dying, I guess, and being
Huh. He had difficulty with that.
right. I know, right? Psycho was kind of a jerk, that other guy. And then these 4 or 5 girls show up to the house right next to his up there to have like a what is it, bachelorette party for the weekend, and this creature attacks, and there's it's a monster movie
Oh,
with a guy in a
interesting.
wheelchair that can't wants to try to stop it. I recognized the guy in the wheelchair. I can't remember from what, but anyway, that was good. I'd watch it.
You did watch it.
You'd watch it again?
I would watch it again, I guess.
Oh.
They think he's creepy because at a certain point he knows something is happening outside. He's got like binoculars. He's always looking over at their house. They think he's a creep, but they
Hmm.
won't listen to him. He's trying to tell him that there's a monster outside. They just took your friend. Anyway,
Matt McCoy.
probably. What else is he in?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Then I watched a documentary called The Flatwoods Monster.
He's in the Jack Ryan series.
Is he?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's Dr. Daniel Nadler. Silicon Valley, Seinfeld,
Huh. Anyway,
NCIS.
I don't watch any of those shows. So the Flatwoods Monster is about a city
Monster?
that has that there's a monster story about this family that was out, and then there was something weird. The monster looks really stupid, but it turns real. I don't know.
Oh, he's in Beethoven's Fourth.
That's what it was. He looked really familiar. I don't know why. So I don't know that. If you like those kind of documentaries where they talk to people that
What movie is that? Police Academy 5.
that's possibly
Maybe he was in the
Yeah.
other police academies too, but this
I
is
don't
just
think he
the
was.
picture from that.
maybe.
He looks really familiar though.
So you could tell by my description of Flatwoods Monster, I was kind of nonplussed with it. It didn't seem scary to me. It was like, okay, it's another Mothman, whatever. Then I watched this movie called Bleach, which according to my kids is based off of a
Is that
anime.
an anime?
Yeah,
It's a live action one.
my
Oh.
son has some of the
And-
novels.
So in fact, my youngest son came and
Graphic
was like, "Tell me if
novels.
that's good," because every time I've seen anime they try to make into real life, that they do a horrible job.
Hmm.
I thought it was good. I was watching the preview of it, hoping that I was looking for something to watch while I was Minecrafting.
Mm-hmm.
So I want something in English, so I don't have to read subtitles.
Right.
Oh, he was in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
As what? Yeah, he was.
I haven't got a good look at him yet.
Devanoni Rawl.
Yes.
He was also in 2 other
Oh,
movies
yeah.
about Bigfoot.
Really? Maybe he's a Bigfoot enthusiast.
Maybe.
I thought the name sounded familiar.
So that one,
Bleach?
Yeah, Bleach. It's about a guy that can see ghosts,
Mm-hmm.
and then he meets this girl that's a helps move
Mhm.
people to the other side. There's these monsters, and she gives him her powers. She gives him her for a short while, and they fight evil.
Evil.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
Hmm.
It's got some good fight scenes in it. I'm watching the show Haunted. So the premise of this one is they're people telling stories about their hauntings they've experienced to family and friends, sitting around a dark room. I was like, why would you put them in a dark room?
Evil.
To make
But
it
then they have
scarier.
reenactments that are a big part of it
Mm.
while they're telling the story, which
Is
are
that the
pretty
scary
creepy.
part?
Yes.
Nice.
And it makes it more. I mean, it makes it feel more real because the people are actually telling their story.
Yeah. It's not just the reenactment.
And some of them were like, and I thought it was over and gone, but recently it's come back. Stuff like that.
It's
Like,
right behind you.
I was like, well, the problem obviously is you guys spend way too much time by yourself. Just get a friend that's always with you, and then you won't be. Some of them were like, I wonder if that guy had like a brain tumor. Probably never got it checked out. Maybe you should. Um, oh, but the favorite one I watched is called Blood and Bone, I think. It's got Michael Jai White, who is a martial artist that does movies.
Hmm.
He's awesome. It's got some of the best fight scenes you've seen. It doesn't look like a fight scene that's choreographed by
I
a dance
haven't seen it.
choreographer. If you watch it, you'll see
Oh.
it. So he makes a prison promise to his friend to try to save the guy's wife from this evil guy,
Is that like a pinky swear?
kind of, I guess. So he does by fighting. It's
Hmm.
awesome.
Glad they're
Um,
using him to his strengths.
I think that's on Netflix, possibly. Then I watched the first 2 episodes of Luke Cage.
Of the second season?
Yep, hasn't really caught my grasped me very hard yet. I don't know. I don't know, maybe because he's just fighting like low level drug dealers at this point. They just introduced this guy that's also seems to be bulletproof, but's from Jamaica. And I'm like, okay. Anyway, I thought it seems like it's not got out of the gate as quickly as the last or the first season did, or kind of catches your attention quickly. Um, it's got the same lady character that was evil in the last one, and she just seems sad in this one so far.
She's pretty evil.
Okay, we haven't gotten far enough in. And then I watched first 2 or 3 episodes of Stargate Atlantis for the first time.
Oh, my wife and I have started
It's
watching that. I've seen it before, but
it
she
definitely
hasn't.
has the vibe of like a Stargate or like a Star Trek, kind of that era, the 90s kind
Uh-huh.
of storytelling.
Major
So it
Shepherd
could
with
be
the
good.
crazy hair. That guy needs a comb. That's all I gotta say.
Major Shepherd. I don't remember the names apparently.
Oh,
See the pilot guy?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice his hair.
Oh, you'll notice it more in later episodes.
Okay.
I think
It
my
gets
wife and I
worse.
are on episode 6.
Okay, so I haven't got that far yet. Um, and then I've been watching a lot of outdoor videos of people like building cabins. There's this one guy that his channel is called My Self Reliance, and he's built this cabin and a bunch of other outbuildings just by himself out in the Canadian wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
He has his dog with him a lot too. Um, but his this episode I was watching, and there's a lot of comments about the way he titled it. I got hurt building my outdoor kitchen. And so the whole time you're watching him, and he's like using his chainsaw to like do stuff. He's working with sheet
You're
metal.
wondering
You're
how he
like,
got hurt.
everyone's like holding their breath the whole time. He's like, he's working with sharp tools and chainsaws and sheet metal, and the whole time you're like, what's he gonna? How is he gonna hurt himself?
Chainsaws are
He's actually trimming
dangerous.
a log with one of those log, like taking the bark off.
Yeah.
But he was carving it a little bit with one, and he nearly took the tip of his finger off of
Oh,
it.
I
And
have a friend who cut his face with a chainsaw.
but he says he's really careful, and he's like, because it's at his own pace with no one pushing him, he can usually work at a nice even pace. But I noticed while watching it seemed like he was working quicker than probably was prudent with what tools he was using at that moment. He said he should have had gloves on, which he didn't. Um, it was actually really cool. They had there was a log, and I was like, "What's he doing?" Is he bringing his aluminum ladder and lays it on the log? And you see him cutting up the roof off like an old building, like the metal roof, and he puts making straps to go over the ladder rungs to hook it to this log. I was like, "What is he doing to this log? Is he gonna try to use it to carry the log?" I think it's his chainsaw, and he has 2 bolts coming off of the bar that in the middle, so it has an offset thing that sets on the top of the ladder and runs along the ladder as he's running his chainsaw as like a cheap mill.
Guide.
So he's milling a log
Oh.
with his chainsaw.
Hmm.
I'd seen other ones, but that's the first time I saw one that was just like that easy of a setup, and I was like, "That's really smart. That's really cool." He's making his own lumber. He cuts his own trees and It's
cool.
really fun to watch. His episodes are usually he doesn't talk a lot while he's doing the episode. It's just to watch him work and doing stuff.
Hmm.
At the end, he has a couple minutes of philosoph- philosophizing,
Sizing,
falafelizing,
where
trying to
he
get the
measures
falafel just
different
right.
falafels.
Right. He talks about his personal views on things and
So it's similar to the Red Green Show. Oh,
kind of. But so check that out. And it seems like there's other stuff, but that's all I'm going to talk about.
Hmm. All right. Does anybody have any nerd cred?
mm, I had people at my house to play D&D.
That's pretty nerdy. That's what mine is, as I ran that game. Well, after I built a Cobra symbol with the Decepticon symbol, but huge as the
Hmm.
face of a building.
It's pretty nerdy.
I took my family to I don't know if they claim to be the world's largest bookstore, but
Is that in the mall? Oh, the one in Portland.
Yeah, it's called
Maine.
Powell's City of Books.
Oh, yeah.
It was very large.
Some people go to that place just to go there. I've heard.
That's basically what we were doing. It was my daughter's birthday. She
I mean,
loves books.
they go to that city just for that.
Oh, no. Well, we were there anyways,
Right.
but we did make a special trip to downtown just to go to the bookstore and drop $100 on books. But it was cool. I mean, there was books for days. We didn't even go through the whole store. I mean, we went to my wife and our youngest went to the early readers, and I took the older two to like the young adult section, and then to like the graphic novel section. And
Cool.
my son was begging me to buy him this $20 Doctor Who hat. I'm like, you're buying $30 worth of books here. Like, I'll get you a hat on Amazon for Christmas or something. Like, silly. But it was a bookstore. My kids love reading, so it's good.
Cool.
All right.
Yours says D&D DM.
Yes.
We
I
already
just said
talked at
that.
length.
Yes.
And I just mentioned it again.
All right. Well, we are only a few weeks away from our 300th episode. We aren't sure exactly what we're going to do for it yet.
Since you guys aren't participating,
Yeah, I was thought about recording a segment with Masters and Charlie while I was with them, but I just didn't get around to it.
Yeah.
That would have totally changed the paying.
We should just spend the entire show talking about the Bill Cosby trial.
Well, Harrison would like that, but I don't know if he actually is like a listener, if he just stumbled on us. I'm assuming you can go and just see what's live and
On
Probably.
YouTube and just like click in and randomly start a conversation with whoever's
Twitter.
talking. But
Yes.
if anybody has any idea of what they want to hear for the 300th episode, or if they want to submit something, send it to engineerdyshow@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook or Twitter. Just search for Engineerdy Show there.
Twitter.
You can go to our website, theengineerdyshow.com, where you can subscribe to the shows so you can get notifications, I guess, when we post a new post. You can see whatever picture I chose for each week. You can get to the shop where you can buy the Engineerdy Show logo on a t-shirt. And you can click through our Amazon link in the top menu of the website to do your Amazon shopping and support us financially without costing you anything at all beyond your Amazon purchase that you were going to do anyways.
Throw us a like on Facebook and YouTube
Yeah.
and
and
subscribe
and iTunes.
and iTunes.
Yeah. You can also comment on YouTube. So, and give us a thumbs up like somebody did on our last episode.
Thanks whoever
Nice.
did that for us.
Thank you for listening this week. Stay nerdy.
Live long and nerdy.
You have been and always shall be, my friends.
Woot woot.